स्टार्ट करें. Dear students, last class we have discussed your hybridization with examples. One or two examples we have finished it. Next portion in chemical bonding chapter is VSEPR theory, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. We will explain this theory with one or two examples. Valence VSEPR valence shell electron pair repulsion VSEPR repulsion theory. Valence shell means outermost shell. Electron pair repulsion. Electron pair, the repulsion between electron pairs present in the valence shell or outermost shell has to be considered in this theory. VSEPR, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. You know what is hybridization? Hybridization is the concept of intermixing of atomic orbitals of the same atom, you know. In this case, we will also consider the same thing along with the repulsion between electron pairs present in the valence shell. To explain this theory, we will take one or two examples, particularly one example we will take. We can cite many examples, ammonia, water and many other examples you can give. According to this theory, lone pair repulsion, lone pair, LP stands for lone pair repulsion is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion, which is greater than bond pair repulsion. This is order of repulsive, this is order of repulsive forces. LP stands for lone pair repulsion, which is greater than lone pair bond pair repulsion, which is greater than bond pair repulsion. This is the main concept of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Considering this idea, we will explain the geometry of ammonia molecule. Example you can take your ammonia molecule. Example we can take NH3 molecule whose geometry is pyramidal shape. Here central atom is nitrogen atom whose atomic number is 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. Here there will be sp3 hybridization, 2s and 2p atomic orbitals, 1 2s and 3 2p atomic orbitals will hybridize together, resulting in the formation of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. You know that is the concept of hybridization. 1 2s and 3 2p atomic orbitals will mix together, resulting in the formation of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented along the corners of a regular tetrahedron, and then the hydrogen atom, 3 hydrogen atoms will come and overlap with 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals of nitrogen atom. Hydrogen 1, this is 1s1 configuration, that means there is one unpaired electron in the s1s orbital of hydrogen atom. sp3 hybridization will occur. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals whose shape is This is your central nitrogen atom. These are 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. This is 1 sp3, this is 1 sp3, this is 1 sp3, this is 1 sp3. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed, out of which you can mark 1 sp3 hybrid orbital. 1 sp3 hybrid orbital contains a lone pair of electron. Lone pair, that pair of electron will not participate in bond formation. Clear? And other 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals which contain one unpaired electron you can mark will overlap with 3 s orbitals of hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom and bond will be formed. These are 3 hydrogen atoms. This is your central nitrogen atom and one lone pair of electron will be there. So in this case, lone pair bond pair repulsion will occur, bond pair repulsion will occur. These 2 types of repulsive forces are there. But in case of methane, you know, all are bond pairs. All are bond pairs. Only bond pair repulsion occurs in case of methane. But in case of ammonia, there will be 2 types of repulsive forces, that is lone pair and bond pair repulsion will occur. And the structure of the molecule is pyramidal. Pyramid, you know, pyramid, Mr. pyramid padhithibe geography re. Pyramidal, this contains a lone pair, hydrogen, this is your pyramidal shape, and HNH bond angle is 107 degree. But in case of methane, the bond angle is 109.5 degree, and this contracts in case of ammonia. 109.5 ରୁ ଟିକେ contract କରିକି କେତେ ପହଞ୍ଚି ନା 107 degree, because of what? Because of another repulsive force, lone pair bond pair repulsion, which is greater than bond pair repulsion. In case of methane, all are bond pair repulsions, but in case of ammonia, lone pair repulsion will exist along with bond pair repulsion. Because of this fact, the bond angle becomes slightly less than the regular tetrahedral angle. 109.5 ରୁ ଟିକେ କମିକି ଆସି କେତେ ପହଞ୍ଚି 107 degree. Mind it, students, sometimes question is asked, explain why the bond angle in ammonia is 107 degree, whereas in case of methane it is 109.5 degree. This is one example which explains your valential electron pair repulsion theory. Many examples can be given. In case of water, another repulsive force will occur along with these 2 types of repulsive forces, lone pair, bond pair, and lone pair, bond pair. All the 3 types of forces will operate in case of water. Water करके तो मैंने बहिरे देखिबो, एठी तो time permit करूनी, will give only one example. Other examples you can see from the book. The bond angle further contracts in case of water and it becomes 104.5 degree. Methane, mind it, in case of methane the bond angle 109.5 degree, in case of ammonia the bond angle 107 degree, in case of water the bond angle becomes 104.5 degree. This is about your VSEPR theory. We explain this with one example, that is with ammonia. Many examples can be explained, you can see from the book. Another type of hybridization is also there involving d orbitals. I am giving one example, that is sp3 dehybridization. Hybridization involving d orbitals. Hybridization involving d orbitals. In case of sp, sp2 and sp3, two orbitals are involved, s and p, but in case of hybridization involving d orbitals, one example you can give, that is PCl3 molecule, PCl3 molecule, sorry, PCl5 molecule, PCl5 molecule you can give, where there is sp3d hybridization, sp3d hybridization is there, sp3d hybridization, and the shape is trigonal bipyramidal shape, or geometry is trigonal bipyramidal, shape is trigonal bipyramidal. Phosphorus you know 15 atomic number, it's a 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3, 15 छच्चरी 10 2 बार 3 15, chlorine is 17, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Chlorine, this is the configuration, outermost configuration, that is 3s2 and 3p5. That is one unpaired electron in the outermost shell, that is in the p orbital, which comes and overlaps with hybrid orbitals of phosphorus atom. Phosphorus excited state electronic configuration of phosphorus is एठी गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन p रु d ऑर्बिटल को चल जाउची, एक्साइट हो जाउची, d5d ऑर्बिटल्स आर देयर एंड sp3d गोटे s आउटरमोस्ट सेल रे sp3d 5 unpaired electrons are there, sp3d hybridization occurs, sp3d hybridization occurs, resulting in 5 equivalent orbitals, 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals are formed, which contain one unpaired electron each. And in this case, in PCl5 molecule, what happens in PCl5? In PCl5 what happens? These are hybrid orbitals of phosphorus and chlorine. Chlorine गोटे unpaired electron दे दूची, which is present in the p orbital of chlorine atom. Now pairing occurs and bond is formed. This is your chlorine atom. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन टा कोठो आसुची ना क्लोरीन रो आसुची, एटा कोठो आसुची ना क्लोरीन रो आसुची, मीन इट पांचटा क्लोरीन एटम, गोटे गोटे unpaired electron दउची, and then pairing occurs and your phosphorus pentachloride molecule is formed, in which there is sp3d hybridization. And trigonal bipyramidal, this is your trigonal structure, phosphorus of atom is in the center, and 5 chlorine atom, this is 1 chlorine, this is 1 chlorine, this is 1 chlorine, and another 1 above and 1 below. This is a phosphorus trigonal bipyramidal, trigonal bipyramidal geometry of phosphorus pentachloride molecule. We will give this one example only to explain the hybridization involving d orbitals. Then we will start your molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital theory, and the postulates of molecular orbital theory are as follows. You know what are atomic orbitals from the chapter atomic structure and also in the chapter chemical bonding. Your molecular orbital theory, the main concept is molecular orbital theory, ताको MO theory भी कहा जाए, MO molecular orbital theory. You know what is atomic orbital? The main concept of molecular orbital is atomic orbitals combine to form molecular orbitals. Atomic orbitals S, S, P, P, D, D. These are atomic orbitals, you know, sp, d, f. When atomic orbitals combine, the molecular orbitals are formed. The main postulates of molecular orbital theory. What are the postulates? Main postulates, and then we will explain with one example, particularly your hydrogen molecule. Postulates of molecular orbital theory. Postulates of molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbitals embrace the nuclei of all the bonded atoms in a molecule. Molecular orbitals are obtained by combining atomic orbitals of comparable energies. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of combining atomic orbitals. The molecular orbital with lower energy is called bonding, and the molecular orbital with higher energy are called antibonding molecular orbital. Each molecular orbital can accommodate maximum of 2 electrons with opposite spins. The molecular orbitals are arranged in the increasing order of their energies. You know what is Aufbau principle, and you must have read this rule in atomic structure chapter. Electron pairing in degenerate molecular orbitals cannot take place unless each degenerate molecular orbital is singly occupied. That is Hund's rule. Hund's rule, you know, when electrons are filled up in degenerate atomic orbitals, electrons are filled up singly first and then pairing starts. All these rules, you know, in the chapter atomic structure, how electrons are filled in atomic orbitals, and in the similar fashion electrons are also filled in molecular orbitals. The main concept is atomic orbitals combine to form molecular orbitals. The number of atomic orbitals which combine result in the same number of molecular orbitals. ଯେତିକିଟା atomic orbital combine କରିବେ ଆମର ସେତିକିଟା molecular orbital ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବ. So these are the main concepts of molecular orbital theory, and the filling up of electrons in molecular orbitals is similar that the atomic orbitals are filled in the case of electronic configuration of different atoms that we have read in atomic structure chapter. We will explain this molecular orbital theory with one example, particularly example is your hydrogen molecule, H2 molecule will take your hydrogen molecule. So this is your energy axis. हाइड्रोजन हाइड्रोजन एटॉमिक नंबर 1 एटी गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन अच्छी कोठी 1s1 एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल रे ताकू जदि हम करबा हाइड्रोजन रे गोटे 1s एपटे गोटे हाइड्रोजन एटम ये गोटे हाइड्रोजन एटम जोड़े हाइड्रोजन एटम एटी 1s तर गोटे अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन दिस इज आल्सो 1s this is one unpaired electron, this is one hydrogen atom and this is another hydrogen atom. These are atomic orbitals. These are atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals of hydrogen atom. This is also atomic orbital. Atomic orbital of another hydrogen atom. And molecular orbitals will be two molecular orbitals will be formed. I mean dita atomic orbital combine करची कितने molecular orbital formation होगा ना dita molecular orbital formation करेगा. These are two molecular orbitals. One is this is bonding lower energy molecular orbital called bonding MO and this is called anti-bonding MO. एठी गोटे हाइड्रोजन एटम रो 1s रे गोटे अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन अछि ए हाइड्रोजन एटम रो गोटे अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन अछि 1s रे. These two will overlap, these two will combine together so that this is two are filled. एठी जोड़े इलेक्ट्रॉन नै परबो हम जानछे गोटे मोलेकुलर ऑर्बिटल रे this is bonding MO and this is anti-bonding MO. ताले एठी जो मोलेकुलर ऑर्बिटल फॉर्मेशन होला जोड़े बॉन्डिंग रे जोड़े इलेक्ट्रॉन रहबा. This is called sigma 1s. Molecular orbital नाम है sigma 1s. It is sigma atomic orbital. This is sigma atomic orbital. This is sigma 1s molecular orbital. And sigma star means higher energy. This is anti-bonding orbital. Vacant is there. Vacant. No unpaired electron. No electron is present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Hydrogen case रे ये हाइड्रोजन गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन से हाइड्रोजन गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन ये ओवरलैप करी कोन मोलेकुलर ऑर्बिटल सृष्टि करजंती आ बॉन्डिंग एमो रे हाइड्रोजन मोलेक्यूल रे जोड़े इलेक्ट्रॉन रहउची एंड एंटी बॉन्डिंग ऑर्बिटल इज वैकेंट. दिस इज योर एनर्जी एक्सिस. एनर्जी कार अधिका कार एंटी बॉन्डिंग रे अधिका हायर एनर्जी बॉन्डिंग रहउची लोअर एनर्जी बॉन्डिंग एमो एंड एंटी बॉन्डिंग एमो. ताको आदरे एक्सप्लेन करनी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन केमति करि परिबा. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन s2 मॉलिक्यूल इज कोठी अछि इलेक्ट्रॉन ना सिग्मा 1s रे केतरा इलेक्ट्रॉन ना दिटा. दिस इज द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल. एंड बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कोन बॉन्ड ऑर्डर होची बॉन्ड ऑर्डर इज नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स प्रेजेंट इन MO bonding MO minus number of electrons present in anti-bonding MO divided by 2. So your bond order will be bond order is equal to 2 minus 0 by 2 that is equal to 1. Tell bond order hydrogen molecule kete 1 and there is no unpaired electron. This will be diamagnetic in nature. Mind it, students. When there will be no unpaired electron, the molecule will be diamagnetic. If there will be unpaired electron, the molecule will be paramagnetic. So hydrogen molecule is diamagnetic. No unpaired electron. No unpaired electron. So hydrogen molecule is diamagnetic in nature. Diamagnetic in nature. This is the behavior of hydrogen molecule. चला मैं molecular orbital theory बुझे परले with one example that is hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecule electronic configuration कौन होची sigma 1s2. sigma कहले bonding MO रे जोड़े इलेक्ट्रॉन रहउची which are paired. Two electrons are there which are paired and anti-bonding molecular orbital is vacant. Our bond order according to definition bonding MO रे ଯେତେଟା ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରନ୍ ଅଛି ମାଇନସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଟି ବଣ୍ଡିଂରେ ଯେତେଟା ଆଣ୍ଟି ବଣ୍ଡିଂରେ କିଛି ନାହିଁ 0 2 minus 0 by 2 that is equal to 1. So bond order of hydrogen molecule is 1. Mind it. So as there is no unpaired electron in molecular orbitals of hydrogen molecule, the magnetic behavior of hydrogen molecule is diamagnetic. This is about hydrogen molecule. Similarly, you can see many examples from the book, that is nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, many molecules are there. Particularly in plus 2 course there is molecular orbital theory for homonuclear diatomic molecules. Homonuclear means two atoms. Molecule must contain two similar atoms, hydrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, oxygen, nitrogen, nitrogen. These are called homonuclear diatomic molecules. This is about your molecular orbital theory. Other examples you can see from the book. Other examples cannot be discussed in the class. Next is one portion is left, that is your hydrogen bonding. We will finish it, then we will go to your redox chapter, hydrogen bonding. As the name shows, hydrogen must be involved in this bonding. In this type of bonding, hydrogen must be involved. So the name is hydrogen bonding. Clear? So definition of hydrogen bonding is electrostatic. This is a weak force of attraction that exists between a hydrogen atom of one molecule and an electronegative atom of another molecule. Electronegative atom, particularly your oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, these atoms are generally highly electronegative atoms. So these atoms are involved, participate in hydrogen bonding. One partner must be hydrogen and other partner must be a highly electronegative atom, like your oxygen, your nitrogen, fluorine. These are highly electronegative atoms. These atoms are involved in hydrogen bonding. So definition is electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule and a highly electronegative atom, particularly nitrogen, oxygen or fluorine, present within the same molecule or another molecule of the same or different substance is known as hydrogen bonding. This is your definition of hydrogen bonding or hydrogen bond. We can give several examples like your water, ammonia, hydrogen fluoride. These examples can be given. We will give you one or two examples and you can see many examples from the book.